Shahi fish for Bruscair. This is a video about rubbish. We sortáil the Bruscair. About sorting through your rubbish. Elisa gum an bhfuil sé simúl ach tá sé dámhachtach. So I'm going to dhéanamh. I don't know if it's interesting, but it's important. So I'm making it. Seo é an achorsáil agus an rud le the dravíl brahmse, like le the dravíl no the Bruscair with your waste or your rubbish. The thing about it is cafaré scarúnt. Scarúnt ag an puinse. That's the zero waste thing to separate at source. Scarúnt ag an puinse. So agus nuair a thug chéanamh achorsáil, like, you know, caitheann siad go léir gachar stig sa mála sin. But like, má há aon rudí salach uaireanta just caitheann siad amach an mála. So chun an deis a bhéadú go bhfuil achorsáil déantar do chuid báile is fiú é scarúint. To increase the chances that your bag is actually recycled, you're better off separate the things out if you can at all, and then you're in the end there's only plastic is going in. So I'm ready dhéanamh le cutting on cardboard fad. See in sunlight how go pieces of cardboard fad amach. So we take out the cardboard. You see, and rud le seo no comma, like all these are composites. So how plastic ní bhain cardboard a háise, how composite, how plastic stig an comma. So ní going iad stig sa tinne, like papier agus rudí mar sin going stig sa tinne sa tach. Ach this the composites cutting iad sa tinne mo no cutting iad sa nachorsáil. So I wouldn't burn composite things like that. Anything has a shiny cover in the, see that can be burned in the fire. But the fumes wouldn't be good for you. Now either burn it on a hot fire outside or in a, or that. Usually keep them, but then, you know, handy. We could use it for seeds and other things. We'll hang on to it for now. Shin mar a bhíonn sé, that'll be handy actually for under seeds. Yeah, that's all, like the glassy, but you could burn that, you'd know by the look of it. The fun on kinne dhéanamh an cuma, you'd know by the look of it. So we burn all of that recycling. So hard plastics, Tetra Pak, hard plastic. Shin also a shoe for under seed trays. A bit of eggshell. I'm going to buy Luna eggshells, so I'm going to scarroot eggshells agus the coffee grinds or in Gardein for calcium and increasing the pH, I think. The coffee has some nutrient in it as well. Like that. Now, near Kenning Ration, do you know about the Easter eggs? Easter eggs are a bit of a... Now, canny big and aluminium cans, they can be separated like how achorsáil. I mean, if you're going bringing your stuff to the amenity centre as well, you're much better off. A lot of people get their stuff collected and they don't even think, they put it all into the one bag. But mahatri dolgadi and amenity centre, if you're going to the amenity centre, you're much more likely to think about it because you can see all the different areas in there. So how she vadnius, that's nice now, nice plain cardboard. That could be burned in the fire inside. More of them. I'm going to recycle them now because it's split. I'm going to achorsáil dhéanamh ar siúd. Tuis go bhfuil siad sracha. And then like children's toys, but that's hard plastic, so that should be recyclable. But someone stepped on it. So poorly made. So poorly made. All these cans, I mean dog food. Dog food is for someone. Is really where we're getting all the cans come from for us. I mean, ideally, oh look, an amethyst crystal. That won't be thrown out. That's ishna. There's always something. That's the other advantage of going through your waste, actually. You get to save all the things that the child's thrown out. So sin bun post ella le dul tríd do chuid Bruscair. Hotwanon, sábháil, gachéanod a cha an lena b'mach. So, can't really show it. So I'm a mask on son. I'm mixing kind of paper, like normal cardboard and composite cardboard in there. Yeah. I mean, that's a handy one. It's a sealable bag. But I've just had it for ages and I haven't used it, like, so I'm gonna it's soft plastic, so you can't recycle it, but then this is where the eco brick comes in. So the soft plastic's cleared. You can actually stock it, so it's pretty full at this point. And then we'll keep it. It's amazing how much you get in there. Once you do correct and you stack down, you know. Really on a plate. So the eco brick is really, I mean, that's pure. It's going to be a hard one to burn. You see, the thing is, they can't recycle these composite things. Níl siad an an achor sáil dhéanamh orthu. So now they're called sheet. Is stuff a gur hoen siad iad, who is an incinerator, the chuid is smó. They burn it at very high temperatures up in Sandy Mount, a lot of this stuff. A lot of plastic too. Agus have filters there in chimney, agus there she'd listen filters nach fuil through loose in air. But she'll like to go in through loose in air. Cian to de tach, dovig tach de macas. So yeah, they burn at high temperatures and filter it, saying that that prevents air pollution. So, as happens every time I sort through rubbish, I get stumped about what to do with certain items. Like these cardboard things, they're no good. Like, they're no good in the garden or anything. That will burn. Look, and you have plastic stiga. This is not polymer, bugmer stacking in tea sauce and stuff shot and stuff. So we moved into this house and these things were here already. But now we have to deal with it, dealing with other people's waste. It looks like something you could put into food cans. I think that's handy for under pots. Dóla go bhfuil sé sin áisiúil a bhór faoi buscí. Yeah, béide go bhfuil sé den an achar sáilí in bhar seo a sé size crua. They might be able to. They're hard things anyway, you know, to do recycling. So yeah, I'm gonna put that in with cardboard. I'm going to stack the cardboard. Oh guys. Tetra Pak, yeah, told me to Tetra Pak, so it's good mahi shit. Tetra Paks are recycled, so we're told. There's paper here that can be nice papery paper. It can be burned. I mean, in road leis na penny big come after stack in what elle. One of which she'd like go home long glanagut, ní litig sé a mále, you know. So the thing about putting the food cans in the separate bin, even if they're not completely clean, it won't be contaminating your recycling, you know. So, you know, starting increasing the chances by separating your rubbish. What we may do in addition to the Bruscair scarwint. Okay, like the time I'm fucking run short at this point, just like this is not my. This is a plastic egg carton, which is a new thing, which is the horrendous thing. You could use it as seed trays, but neither the rogain. If we saw there, but they're not so deep. So, I mean, Jesus. Actually, sit in there. You could use one as a seed tray, one as kind of the water underneath it. You know. Irish Eggs Family Pack. Yeah, like look at that, like fucking desperate. As you go handish nach it. As you go handish, like egg cartons. I'm not is simply are down like chun humid, sustainable. The simplest thing, like an egg carton, and they decide to make a plastic. Anyway, shilling down. Rodella, ní lom é. Just no canning. Shilling rod like kind of kinny in of the sock. When you start separating your rubbish, you realise you really start making better decisions at the beginning, you know. You have to look at every single thing, like. I mean, Shinrod Brishta now, it's a broken torch. Like, where would that go? Where on earth would that go? Curing actually stocks electrics, recycling the electrics, I don't know. Hiolan she'd goody and tea, agus, usáidin she'd PC. Shinna dertar nos. They send this to China, use the bits. Shouldn't stay too long. And so that's just the recycling bit. So you're going through recycling. This is the rubbish. This again, I pick up bits of rubbish. I'm not smoking. That's not me. This is the eco break then. And pay rod like ruddy marshing now. That's you can stick that in that. That'll go into the compost, which is here. Anything, we throw everything into the compost, come off. Like, not, we don't just like, this is all food, like cooked, uncooked, toilet paper, and really soft cardboard like that. Like, this is a bit of something, God, I don't even know what that is. It's like bits of glass stuck onto tape, came off a window. Jesus, I'm not going to get that in here. So that, like, yeah, there will be a bag of rubbish, which is just because I might, yeah, there's the things that also to get in here, like already just near a honeymoon shop, be already more, you know, be dirty. Let's see, that's just a bit of plastic, it's not like you can use it. But, anyway, Sinead, I'm not going to take, so Sinead made the Bruscair just couldn't scarround, go through the rubbish, separate it. Go through your recycling, separate that out, you know, it's not just recycling rubbish now. And then with your rubbish, this is going to go. So she let the Bruscair, you know, like, do the eco brick. She'll fit a load into an eco brick. And then, oh yeah, what to do with the eco brick afterwards, just like build a wall or something. We'll find a use for them eventually. Useful to build a wall, like, you know, build a bed. Stoke leis an Gardine fine to usáid the right rodí, you know, sin an rud leis an Gardine. Agus sin rud cumá le do pen Bruscair scarúint. I just hosnaíon tú, like, how spraga am chun Gardine hosnú, because of stuff of it, you know, you're like, well, I might as well start a garden because I've got all these seed trays. You know. So it's sort of being sustainable stuff, being sustainable in one area really encourages you to be sustainable in another area, because that is sustainability. You're creating a cycle, like, you know, where something used at this part of the house is used in another part of the house. Like a Sinead. So I'm really glad the community centre is back open, because we should done virus. The ascan virus to how she a ruscailt in ish agus hamid rash and on a usáid, you know. So the thing is open again, thanks be to God, the amenity centre, because I was worried the rubbish would start piling up. But vi sé go má doing agus go má go the gordaint dina, because crochet and brewer in chun bheith smuoineh níos mó ar Bruscair. So it was good because it put pressure on us to think a little bit more about our rubbish when the amenity centre was closed, and what you could do with it. You know, if you couldn't throw anything away, like, you know, if you couldn't throw anything away, what would you do with all your rubbish? Like, then you'd really be very, very slow to buy packaged things. It seems like plastic is back in fashion now since COVID. It's everywhere. Disposable, single-use plastics. And she got right. Yeah. Sure. Just we're making progress. Anyway, Scar the Bruscair. So let's look at the segregated waste. Then you see that out of that much of a bin, there's actually not so much hard plastic in the end. This is compost. You know, some people say they don't want to have a compost pile because it'll attract rats. I would just say that rats are a natural part of life. They are creatures that live all around us. They're one of our common native species, and they're natural to life. Sealing your compostable organic waste in with plastic and inorganic waste into a modern engineered landfill is not natural. So it's not really. This is, so from the waste in there, we've made the eco brick. This is the cardboard and paper to be burned. These are the canny beag, the food cans. And over here, Ishna is kindly obliged by cracking the eggshells for us to be added to the compost. And that's it.